Hi everybody, Angie Hunt here, and I'm in the LDRS Creative Studio today. We're so excited to be back with the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo with their at-home event, and this one is all about Christmas in July. So it's really fun. I think it's the very first time we've ever done any Christmas in July specials at all, so it's pretty cool for us. We've got a lot to show you. I'm going to walk you through some of our Christmas products and winter products, as well as a couple of tutorials. And so we've got a limited amount of time. I'm going to go ahead and switch cameras and we'll get started. Alrighty, here we go. So the very first thing I want to talk to you about is our show special for the day. And this show special it's a 20% discount on all of our Christmas and winter products. So the entire stack of Christmas and winter products that we have at LDRScreative.com. You're going to use promo code XMAS20, and that is going to be valid July 25th all the way through the 31st of this year. So it's going to give you a 20% discount on every single Christmas and winter product that we have in the store. So that's pretty cool, and you've got about a week to take advantage of that. I want to show you some of, I want to show you some of the products that we have for Christmas because they're really special. So this one, to start off with, this is our Cardinal Seasons. This is a 6x8 stamp set. It's all about solid stamping, so there's no coloring involved. You just get to get out your favorite colors of your inks, and you get to start layering them to create some beautiful images. I'm going to flip this over because this is really important. On the back, we take you step by step through which pieces you're going to be adding one after the other. So we start with the lighter color, and then plus the next, and so on until you get to create this beautiful arrangement here. We've got a gorgeous cardinal that you're going to layer up with like a light red, a dark red, and then the little accessory images there, and so on. So we take you step by step through that to make it really easy for you, and you can create some beautiful images, and then you can combine them with these gorgeous sentiments that we have in here. We also have a Cardinal Seasons Petal Pusher die set. So this is a coordinating die set that's going to allow you to cut out many of these images, and we call it Petal Pusher because it's going to cut some of the images so that you can pop them up and instantly create dimension on your card. And I'm going to show you that in one of the samples that I'm going to walk you through today. Here's a couple of more items here. We've got our Candy Cane Lane. That's really fun. This one's actually a combination of solid stamping as well as stamps that allow you to custom color with some beautiful sentiments in here, so you get to build some really great scenes. And then we have the coordinating die set with that. And then of course we have our ever so popular paper packs. These are 6x6 paper packs, 24 sheets of gorgeous designs in here. So you actually have 12 patterns, 2 sheets of each, and you can just see how stunning these are. So I'm going to move on. I want to show you the very first tutorial that I want to walk you through. I've done a lot of the prep on this already. We're going to be working today with this card, with this Cardinal Seeds, and this one is actually my set, so you can see it's well loved already. I've done some stamping so you can see some of the colors in there that I've worked with. And of course we have, the back of that. I'm also going to be working with our Practical Oval die set, which is not a Christmas or winter product, but it's absolutely beautiful, and it worked beautifully with this particular card, so I really wanted to use it. And I thought I'd take a moment to show you this Christmas Cottage paper pack here, some of these patterns really close up. All of our paper packs are 80-pound cardstock, so that means that they're really thick, so you can hear that. So you're gonna create some really good sturdy cards with these that are going to last a very long time. So let me show you what I've done. I've prepared some of the pieces here. I have an A2 sized card base, so that means that it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It's actually a half sheet of letter size paper. And I've gone ahead and I've chosen this particular pattern from the Christmas Cottage, and I have already cut it to A2. This is going to get layered onto the front. So I'm going to go ahead and layer this flat onto the front. It's going to create a beautiful backdrop to my little scene that I want to create. So the next piece that I have is from the Practically Oval die set. I used the outermost die, and you can see if I get a look, if I can get a close up here, you can see that beautiful stitching. I just think it's really beautiful and festive. I've gone ahead and I've stamped the Seasons Tweetings sentiment that's right here. I've gone ahead and stamped that in the corner already, and I used my Raven Hybrid ink. So that's why that looks so incredibly deep and rich black, because our Raven is a really true black. So I always like to have a lot of dimension on my cards, so I've gone ahead and popped this up on some foam, and I'm just going to center that on my card, just like so. Now, I followed those instructions on the back of this, and I pulled the stamps that go, like here's the cardinals right here. So I've gone ahead and I layered, starting with a light color. Whenever you're layering, doing solid stamping, you start with a light color and then go dark, and you climb up in color. And so I've done that with the cardinal. I've done that with this beautiful arrangement of some holly leaves and some berries. I did the same thing with the little birdhouse and the heart, and then I also stamped and cut out, everything was cut out with the coordinating dies, this really pretty little branch. So I've already got foam on these, and I want to show you how quickly this can come together. Let me just get the little bits of paper off the back of that. I put a lot of foam on this just because I didn't want it to get smashed, you know, if it goes into a card or something. I didn't want to have any issues with that. So let's see, I'm going to go ahead and place this just like so. I'm going to do the next piece here. Now this is one of the pedal pushers die pieces here, where it has cut that and it's allowed me to pop up and get some dimension on that. So in order to make sure I have the dimension, I'm not going to put tape on the areas that I want to pop up. You see how it cuts into that? You can see the cut line in the back there, so it allows me to lift those up. I'm going to go ahead and slide this under here, just like so. So it looks like it's coming off of that branch. I've got some foam on the back of my little birdhouse here. I'm going to tuck that up and under. I even put foam on this little heart. I love this little heart. It's a little coordinating stamp and die that allows you to pop it up in the center here. So we've made it so that it is perfectly sized. Look how cute that is. And then this also demonstrates that pedal pusher aspect. We have one die that cuts out both of the birds, but there's another one that only cuts out this one, that one wing. And then I go ahead and I've put the foam on the back, but I'm not going to put it behind that wing. And I'm going to have these little birds sit right here on top of that branch. And isn't that just a beautiful and festive holiday card? You can use this for winter, you can use it for Christmas, for what, you know, just for that time of the year. I think it's just so pretty. So that is my first example that I wanted to show you. My next example actually utilizes several other stamp and die sets. So I pulled one of the things I like to do, and something we're really careful of when we design our products, we're very careful with the sizing of our images so that we can mix and match things, because, you know, I might want to put some of these little otters with the penguins and so on and so forth. So I really wanted to show you how you can mix them up. And then I also grabbed our scallop rectangle frame set. This one is mine, of course, my little sample. And I use this outer die. This is not a Christmas or winter piece. And then I also grabbed our Coming Up Daisy stencil because I wanted this edge. Again, this is not a Christmas or winter piece, but I wanted to show you how you can really mix and match with all the products that we have. And then I thought I would pull, this is a beautiful little background. It's a tree line. This, of course, is well loved, so you can see the ink on there. Well loved, meaning I've used it several times. And then we have a coordinating die that goes with this as well. And I'm going to show you how all of these pieces come together on my card. So I've done a lot of the prep work already, per usual. And Again, I'm going to be making an A2 card. The first one that we did was landscape. We're going to do this one portrait, so it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I've chosen a red cardstock because I've gone ahead and stamped my characters, and I love the red that I have in some of these. And so I thought that I would really draw attention to that red. So I'm going to go ahead and mount this red cardstock to the front of my card base. And this is really going to set off the beautiful edges of this die cut. Now, this die cut is pretty special. I love it. I love that we've got that beautiful scallop, but it's not a traditional scallop. I've gone ahead and I've used, I'm going to show you how I did this really quickly, because stenciling is so much fun and our stencils are fantastic. Here's what I did. I took this edge on our stencil, which is technically, it's a hill, and I went ahead, I used my Marina Madness hybrid ink. It's a blue, and I think whenever you see a pretty kind of icy blue, you could think ice and snow. And what I did here is I went upside down with it, and let me see one where this will fit in. You can see this line right here. All I did was I lined it up just like this, and I used my hybrid ink, and I went up into that stencil a little bit. And I did that, and I varied the direction. I even flipped it over from side to side to vary the direction of the hills. And it gives you a beautiful kind of snowy hill look. I've gone ahead and I've stamped it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, the sentiment. And that one is from our Frozen Fun. And then I also went ahead and stamped this little frozen lake and colored that in. I'm going to go ahead, I've got this on foam, and I'm going to mount this to the top of my card base. Always make sure that your card is opening up in the right direction before you start putting the pieces down. There we go. Now, this is that beautiful tree line border. Isn't that pretty? I went ahead and I stamped it. I colored it with some markers, and I cut it out with the die, and then I trimmed it just a little bit so that it would fit within my card. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that flat onto the card, right up underneath where it says it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. So that's going to give me a beautiful background. And then I'm going to start layering my pieces in here. I don't know if I'm going to fit them all. I was hoping to be able to fit this little guy like coming down this hill here. I think he's really cute. But I think I might want to use this little bear instead. I don't think they're all going to fit. Let me put that up a little higher. And then I can put this little hat on either of these guys. I'm going to put the hat on him because I want it to stand against the green. So I've laid this out pretty quickly. I'm going to go ahead and start putting this on here. So I have foam on all of these. And I'm even going to be a little daring and take it off the edge of that little border. Let me see where he's going to go. I'm going to put him down first. So I've got my little polar bear up on foam. Let me see, that might be a little higher than I want. I'm going to lower that down just a tiny bit. There we go. And then I'm going to put his little sled that he's on underneath him, and I'm going to put that flat on the card. So he's on foam, that sled is not. And I've got this cute little hat. Now keep in mind, these are mixed and matched from between the two different sets. Oh, and then I have this little penguin because he's ice skating. So I'm going to put him kind of in the middle. It's a little off center there. Look how cute he is. I don't think he's going to fit. I think if I tried to put this little otter, it would be too much. So let's see who we used here. You can see how cute that is and how quickly that comes together. It's just a sweet little scene. So here I've got, let's see, from the Frozen Fun, I've got this little penguin, and I've got the water, and I used the sentiment here as well. And then from the Otterly, oh, and then we've also got our little polar bear and the little sled. And then from the Otterly Lovable, we've got our igloo, and then we have the little hat. So that little hat fits perfectly on these little otters, but you can also put them on the penguins and the bears, so you can mix and match these all up. And between these two, I could create a huge variety of scenes. So if I didn't want to have that little bear in there, I could put my little otter there instead. He would just be perfectly at home. Each of these, or both of these, also come with coordinating dies. So you can see how easy it is to put a card together. They're so sweet and so much fun. So here are the two cards that I've kind of walked you through. We've used several of our Christmas and winter sets. This one could be Christmas. If I remove the hat, he's perfect for winter. So you can really do a lot with these. They're incredibly versatile. Oops. So I would encourage you to definitely take a look at all of the products that we have in the store for winter and Christmas. Don't forget we have this show special. It's 20% off all of our Christmas and winter products in the store. It's good for an entire week. It's going to take you from July 25th all the way through the 31st. You're going to go to LDRScreative.com. And again, it's 20% off of all of your Christmas and winter products that we have in the store. That's going to include stamps and dies and papers. It's really a fantastic deal, and I think you're going to find some really, really beautiful things that you're going to love. So I'm going to go ahead and switch cameras here. Hi! This was so much fun. I really enjoy doing these with you guys. I really enjoy showing you our products and kind of taking you through a little step-by-step of how I like to create some of our cards. I do want to mention also that on Tuesday and Thursday evenings, if you go to our YouTube channel, LDRS Creative YouTube channel, I also do free classes there Tuesday, Thursday evenings, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I would really suggest or recommend that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you're just going to get a reminder every week that those are there. They're completely free classes, and I have a lot of fun with them, and I show you a lot of different tips and techniques for the different types of products that we have and the projects that I like to create with them. So once again, let me show you these cards because they're so sweet. I just think they're so pretty. I absolutely love scene building. And so a lot of the products that we have in our store are really designed around building beautiful scenes. And like I said already, we're very careful about creating products that you can mix and match together. We're forward thinking as well as backward thinking. And what that means really to me is that when we create products now, we like to make sure that they stand on their own, but you can use them with things you already have in your collection, as well as things that we put out in the future so that you never, I don't ever want you to get something home, use it only once, and then be done with it. I want you to be able to pull it out again and kind of mix and match with whatever you've purchased that's brand new. So it has been an absolute joy. Looky, I just think they're so pretty. I love cardinals. It's one of my absolute all-time favorite birds. So don't forget to use this discount coupon. The discount code is XMAS20, and it's going to be good for 20% off your entire purchase of Christmas and winter products, everything that we have in the store that's Christmas and winter. And you've got about a week to use that. So definitely take advantage of that. It's a fantastic deal. It has been an absolute pleasure. I have had so much fun. We really love doing these events with the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.